Hi, Dan and I from ACA are here under Mancunian Way. You probably recognise it from here. And you've got the A6 just over there. These roads sort of border the city centre and actually the most polluted roads that you can find in Manchester.
The fume that comes from them cars when you're going past is ridiculous. To keep my windows shut most of the time. We need to change, we need to do something.
I always smell like smoke a lot, and when I walk, the roads are always busy.
As a human, we can't survive a few minutes without air.
In terms of what pollution does to our body, it has a lot of effects on our health. Specifically, it's known to worsen lots of pre-existing conditions, so things like asthma, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. It also worsens things like cardiovascular disease. It's also linked to neurodegenerative conditions like Alzheimer's and stroke, and it's also linked to cancers. And here in Greater Manchester, it's thought to be driving around 1,200 deaths every year.
Nowadays, what we're most concerned about, certainly in the UK, is particulate matter. So little particles in the air that you breathe in. Nitrogen dioxide, so that's something produced by combustion.
We're based between the A6, Brunswick Street, Grosvenor Street and Wadeston Road, which isn't far from the A34 as well. So we're smack bang in the middle. We've got traffic going past us 24 hours a day. As soon as you go outside, you can feel it, and when the kids are running round, they obviously have PE outside, lunch times outside, break times, so they have it and they're breathing it in all of the time.
So I think about air pollution in the area a lot, because like my siblings, they have asthma, and when there's cars, smoke comes out of the back of it, and we have to walk through the smoke, and it's kind of hard.
I've lived where I've lived since I was about 13, and I'm 61 now, and I'm now feeling I don't know if I want to live around here anymore.
You do get these residential areas that are right next to these big arterial traffic routes, and so the people that experience all these pollution from these major roads, they're not even necessarily the people using those roads. You know, they just happen to live near them. The people using them are the kind of the commuters, the goods vehicles, that kind of thing that are going to and from. So there is a big social justice issue there.
You could argue the air pollution may be the 50%. That's a big chunk. Yeah. Then what is the other 50%? What is that made up of? And that's when you start looking at things, and then you realize probably the next big chunk is poverty.
Then my grandson got diagnosed with it as a baby, and I was kind of taken aback. I asked the GP, is it hereditary? And he said no. There's quite an increased number of children they're seeing with respiratory problems, and it was hard to see my little grandbaby struggling to breathe.
We think the bee network's great, but it's not good enough. It's not ambitious enough. So we need much better political buy-in to support the tremendous opinion and deep heartfelt feeling of local people.
You have to have that voice, but also you have to have that knowledge that comes from the community about what things matter to them and how these actions are going to impact their daily lives, or else policy change is never effective.
Those clean air zones, which has been a big issue in Manchester, that could save a young child's life who might have a respiratory issue or develop one. Stand on a soapbox, even someone like Andy Burnham, stand on a soapbox and say, evidence shows us that one child's life could be saved. Let's do it.
No, we just need to take some of the cars off the road, basically. That's what's going to help. The pollution from the cars, I think that's what's going to help.
The more the community gets on board with the idea that it's not just a certain group of people that can make change, they need to get more involved and say, you know, look, this is wrong. I was a gardener, council gardener, and we tried to create a nice environment for people. But obviously, along the line, people didn't perhaps appreciate green spaces, you know.
I wish there'd be more green space, especially for me, like to take my grandson to. Yeah.
I mean, I'm an optimistic person, and I think when there's more and more awareness, then more and more people realize how can you get away from this very basic fact that actually clean air is important, and it's important for every single person.
I would want to see like more protected bike lanes, because like the one right next to school, I don't think there's even one.
If I had a magic wand, I would like use it so like no cars had like air pollution.